Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I will be voting no on Ms. Kraninger for many of the reasons that Senator Brown indicated, but particularly because I have no confidence that she will try to stop and reverse the very destructive policies announced by the acting director with respect to the Military Lending Act. The Military Lending Act is designed to protect the men and women and their families of the armed forces. While they're serving overseas, they shouldn't be exploited here. And the Military Lending Act has been working, and it seems to be Mr. Mulvaney's intention to stop that work, to turn around and retreat, something that an American fighting man or woman would not do, but something that this administration proposes to do, and I think it's abhorrent. We created the Office of Service Members Affairs in the CFPB as a special watch for men and women in service. That was probably the least polarizing aspect of the Dodd-Frank Act, Mr. Chairman. It was bipartisan, myself and former Senator Brown of Massachusetts, because we recognized that we had to have an organization who was dedicated to protecting servicemen and women from predatory lenders that show up either actually around the post or virtually with cyber to prey, literally prey on these individuals and their families. What Ms. Mulvaney wants to do is to go ahead and take away the CFPB's authority to supervise these entities, which means that we'll go back to the bad old days. And in the bad old days, as Holly Petraeus, the first head of the Office of Service Members Affairs, pointed out, the bad old days were going out to a post, and as she indicated at Travis Air Force Base, she heard about a service member who borrowed $6,000. He financed this amount for 36 months at 102.4% interest. The loan cost the service member, this $6,000 loan cost the service member $13,463.04, and it was secured by the title to his car. That's just one example of legions of examples. But with the aggressive work of the CFPB and the Service Members Office, and with the Military Lending Act in place that stops interest rates at 36%, not 104%, we've made real progress. It's been reported to me by the Department of Defense, and as the ranking member of the Seminar and Service Committee, I try to keep on top of these issues for the benefit of our servicemen and women. I'll also point out that through the routine examination of the CFPB of these payday lenders, they found in one case violations where more than 300 active duty service members were paying more than 36% interest. And in this interest environment, anybody who's charging anything close to 36%, it's outrageous and indefensible. So it is really, really distressing when on one hand you have everyone going up and saying how much we really like and admire, respect our servicemen and women, and we have to protect them, et cetera, and then the administration is quietly trying to ruin their finances by taking away the CFPB and undermine the Military Lending Act. So for that reason, and because of her inability to stand up and very clearly articulate, no, I don't support these provisions. CFPB should still be supervising these institutions. We don't want to exempt certain products from the Military Lending Act so they can be used to exploit men and women in service. Instead of saying that, she's basically said, I agree with Mr. Mulvaney. And for that reason, Mr. Chairman, I would be in opposition to her nomination. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator.